The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. The moment these NFC teams have waited for all season long. We're away in Wild Card Weekend. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on their first play. He's got his man. That's Alec Pierce. Down to the 10. There it is. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys take a 6-0 lead right away. One snap in, and this offense as efficient as they could be, partner, and looking very dangerous to begin this ball game, too.
Yeah, you know, it's one thing for coaches to tell us in our production meetings they want to be a quick strike offense, got to be explosive. But they put that talk into action. One play from scrimmage, one touchdown, and one massive statement sent across the field.
Aubrey good on the point after. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Trayvon Diggs. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got him tackled behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Let's go now.
Looking for a throw here. Connects with Hubbard. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. That was Micah Parsons making that play.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
Shut up. Trap 60, trap 60. Ready, ready?
Throwing from the gun. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Defense
coming off that incompletion. Needs one more stop here on 4th.
Come on. Set. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Warrior 70. Panther 11, Panther 11. 79 Bronco. Ready.
They're going for this. He completes it in traffic. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Ready.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Ready. Check go.
Running out of the gun with Mitchell. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a 1st with some room to spare.
They have another 1st and 10 on this opening drive. This one from the opposing 40. Motioning one of the tight ends. 1st down, and they go right back to him. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Second and 6 coming up here.
Ready? Street. Go.
Here's Mitchell again. This is ahead for about 5. It's Kenneth Murray on the tackle. Give him 5 yards to bring up a manageable 3rd and 1. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. That's caught for the first. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina! The Panthers finish off their opening drive. On is Cade York for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Panthers respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. On now is York to kick this one away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. This return makes it up to the 25. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
On 2nd down, it's ETN. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Offense up to the line fast. They'll motion Lamb right. 3rd down from the gun. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So 4th down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. This a 48-yard look for him. Gay's kick is good. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Set.
Mitchell gets it from the gun. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. That was Micah Parsons making that play. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
60. Here we go. Here we go.
Throwing from the gun here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. That was Micah Parsons making that play. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
Let's go now.
Setting up a throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
He's got it to his running back. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. 1 quarter gone in our opening round game of the NFC postseason. Just a field goal separates these two. We're ready to go with the 2nd quarter. It's Panthers football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Into the 2nd level past the 30. To the house, touchdown Carolina! The Panthers take a 2nd quarter lead. York now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Panthers take a 4-point lead. Now is York to kick this one away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's ETN to begin the drive. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. They're going play action. Looking to his fullback now. And he'll go down after fighting his way into the 32. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Here's ETN on 1st down. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
ETN again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 1 yard on the run, so just 3 yards across those last 2 carries. It's 3rd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They send a man in motion. To the air, 3rd and long. He has the first over the middle. And that one's going to move the chains.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as